Okay, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about a conversation that I had with a couple women in the same week. So, I was doing a series of conversations and I asked some women to introduce themselves, and a lot of them would start off, saying, obviously starting with their name and sharing that they're a mom or a wife. And then they would usually end with, and I'm just a stay-at-home mom. And for each of the conversations, I had to challenge that thought because just a stay-at-home mom belittles so much of what women do as moms. Like, I don't care if you are the CEO of a company, I don't care if you have never worked a day in your life. Just the title mom is enough for there not to be just in front of it. Being a woman is so important. Like, if you think of it biblically, spiritually, culturally, there are so many important things that women have done in the history of this world. There's so many things that we fulfill, so many roles, so many things that are important and would not have been accomplished without us. So whenever I hear the word just a mom or just a stay-at-home mom, it makes you think that this person is, going out to get their nails done, going to the mall, and just hanging out in the home. I don't know what just a stay-at-home mom is. If that exists, then sign me up because my role as a mom is not just about staying home. It's not just, something that should be belittled. So I just wanted to drop in and talk about this for a moment because there are different angles. The first angle is shedding titles. I think that, if you were in a corporate role or if you worked before and then you decided to transition to home-centered education, you may feel like you've been stripped from your title. Maybe you had a big fancy title in a nice corner office or whatever it is. Maybe you had something that your identity was closely linked to. A lot of women have stepped away from roles such as lawyers, doctors, nurses, corporate human resources, just different roles. And when you stepped outside of the office into the home as your official title, a lot of people felt like a part of their identity was taken away. So I want to talk about the importance of shedding titles because when or when who we are is so linked to what we do, there is a disconnect when one piece is removed. I used to work for a company in human resource and people would call in and they would say, hi, this is so and so, and they would include their title, right? Some of them were, um, you know, I worked in human resources for a transportation company, and a lot of them were bus drivers, some of them were train conductors, and some of them would literally call in and say, hi, this is train conductor so and so. And I'm like, well, that's not in your birth certificate. And then I've been in other settings where I'm on a Zoom with multidisciplinary individuals, and people say, hi, my name is Dr. So and so. And I'm like, that is not your name. That is your title, that is your role, but that is not who you are. So when we start to separate who we are from what we do, it creates so much freedom. And it's not a matter of shifting the narrative because we don't feel important. It's really about doing what's true. You are not a doctor. When your mom gave birth to you, she didn't, the doctor didn't say, here you are, it's a doctor. Here you are, it's a lawyer. They said, here you are, you have a child, you have a boy, it's a girl. And your identity was based a lot on who you are as a person, right? So we're talking about character, we're talking about personality, we're talking about traits that are unique to you, not what you do. Imagine someone who played football for X amount of years of their life and then they get injured. Are they no longer important because they can't play a sport? I really wanted to think about how closely we're linked to titles. I know a lot of it is cultural. Like I've heard jokes where people say, in my culture, either you can be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or a nobody, right? Like I've heard people make jokes like that. And unfortunately, it's not really a joke. Society is sometimes so tied to what you do that we forget the importance of who you are. We forget the important piece of you being a child of God, a child of the King. Imagine being a child of the King and walking around saying, yeah, I'm just a homeschool mom. Yeah, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I'm just a mom. Just really? Absolutely not. That has to end. When I think about my role as a mom, whether it was before I started working, primarily in the home, or whether it was while I was working in corporate, there was no just the mom. I play the role of nurturer. I'm the one who's making sure that my family is nourished and nurtured. whether that means meals, kissing boo-boos, giving them baths, making sure that they have all the things that they need, right? And providing the emotional support, the care for the family members, my husband and my children included. Now I'm officially playing the role of teacher, but I was a teacher way before I accepted the title or the role of home-centered educator or homeschool mom or whatever you call it in your house. But I was always a teacher. I was their first primary teacher. I was their best teacher, and I am still their best teacher. That means when I hold my 8-month-old and he sees a bus driving by, I'm the one that said to him, "Bus, look at the bus. Yes, that's a red bus. That's a blue bus." I'm the teacher, right? I'm guiding them not only academically, but spiritually. I'm teaching them about character. I'm teaching them about the fruits of the spirit. I'm teaching them about God's love. I'm a teacher. So far, we're up to 2 roles of just a mom, just a stay-at-home mom. I'm a homemaker. I'm doing chores. Maybe you don't like the title homemaker. You could be a domestic goddess. You can call it whatever you want. But under the title mom or wife or woman, there's so many roles that we play that whenever I hear someone say just a mom, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm going to challenge that thinking immediately because there's no just about it, right? You're a chef. You're cooking meals. You're planning and prepping and preparing meals for your family. You're a nurse. Whether you're taking care of the child yourself or taking them to the doctor to be seen, you're the nurse who's making sure that the family's health and their well-being is up to par and that you're providing comfort during illnesses. You're a financial manager. Even if you're not the primary person who takes care of the budgets and pays the bills, you're making sure that everything is aligning so that you have the food budget and then you have the recreation budget, all of these things. You're a financial manager. You are a project manager. Whenever I hear people ask questions in interviews like, oh, so why should I hire you? Because I'm a mom, because I'm a woman. Need to explain anymore. When we sit and we do the calculus and the mental math in our head, like, okay, so we need to pick up this one at 2:30, but get to this one at 2:45, and it takes 12 minutes without traffic. And then we need to get this one to this one's house by that time. Then we need to get this one to the soccer practice. I'm the best project manager there's ever been. Like, what do you mean? Why should you hire me? Look at me. I'm a woman. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. What other qualification do you need? I'm a chauffeur. I joke about it with my friends, but I'm my kid's Uber driver. Their social life is so amazing, and I'm their Uber driver. They're in the back playing with each other, talking to each other, having a good time while I'm navigating traffic, switching lanes safely, picking them up, dropping them off, staying and waiting for them. I'm a chauffeur, right? I'm the Uber driver. I'm the event planner. I am the coach, whether it's coaching them to make sure that they feel affirmed, or whether it's being the referee between, two who have a disagreement. I am so many things. I'm their advocate. When something happens that doesn't serve them, I'm the one advocating for their well-being and their needs. I'm the role model. I am a problem solver. I mean, I can go on and on and on about all the things we are as women and wives and moms and homeschool educators. One thing I'm not their friend. I tell them that all the time. I'm like, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. And I tell them that so that they can separate the role and understand where I come in. They need to understand that I'm not their bestie. I'm not their classmate. I'm your mom. So that's one thing I'm not. I'm their cheerleader, right? And that may be 2 different songs. At one, sometimes cheerleaders say defense, defense. And it's like, okay, how do we attack this problem? What is the strategy? Sometimes they're winning and you just cheering like, yes, 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 go, go, go. The song may sound different, but I'm still the cheerleader. I'm the team captain. My boys play instruments. I'm the band leader, right? I am the mental load manager, keeping track of their commitments and their schedules and their needs and their emotional needs and their well-being. I am that. I'm the safety officer, right? I'm the security guard. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not an entertainer. I tell my kids all the time, I am not here to entertain you. But I'm the CEO of the household. I am the CEO of their education. I'm their education manager. I'm their momager, right? So I don't want to hear anybody saying I am just a mom. I am just a stay-at-home mom. There is no such thing. There is a sense of individual fulfillment that comes with the role that we play as a woman and a mom and an educator. There is a sense of relationship that we can have that is so unique to us in this role that we play. There are, you know, a level of confidence and satisfaction that we get from this role that we're playing. So again, no just a mom, no just a homeschool mom, no just a stay-at-home mom, none of that. I just listed probably 10 or 15 different roles that we play as just a mom, okay? So no more of that. So I just want us to shift our mindset and remember that we are not what we do, right? We are a human being, not a human doing. So it's not about what we do. It's not about our work. It's not about our cultural titles and our official corporate titles. It's about the role that God has given us, right? Jesus was born of a woman. There is power in that. All right. So we do so much in terms of cultivated positive learning environments and balancing, excuse me, academics and well-being and connecting with communities, and we're celebrating milestones and we're cheering them on, and we're incorporating new approaches and switching things that don't work and then holding on to things that do. And we're doing so much as just moms and just homeschool educators and just home-centered educators. So again, I just want to remind you of who you are. You are the daughter of a king. You are a woman. You are a mom. You are a home-centered educator. You are all the things. So while we continue to wear these various hats and we have all these responsibilities that are associated with raising a family, just remember that you are not just anything. You are a woman, you are a mom, you are a wife. Say it with pride, because God has entrusted us with such a beautiful assignment. He has given our children to us on loan so that we can raise them up to be amazing citizens who contribute and have a lasting impact and a legacy. That is no small feat. All right. So we need to shed the titles and embrace our identity. It's crucial for our personal well-being and our fulfillment. And I just want to talk to, for any person who is newly taken on the role of home-centered education, and you're mourning the loss of your title, and you're mourning the loss of maybe your identity or your autonomy, whatever it is, I just want to encourage you that if God has called you to this role, I'm not talking about restoration. I'm talking about the honor that he has and that he holds as a result of you being obedient in this role. I know sometimes when we have to step away from things that we've valued or, made big in our heads, that it feels like we're being stripped of something. But this is such a beautiful and rewarding experience. And I just really want to encourage you so that you don't feel like you're losing out. You're not missing anything. God has amazing plans for you, and he knows these plans, and I need you to know that it's not to harm you. It's not for evil. It is for good, and it is to give you a good future. So if this is new for you, I want you to embrace it, right? It's so important to embrace your identity and remember that your identity is not what you do. It's to who you are. It's who you're becoming. It's who God has called you to be. So when you think of your role, think of, what does God want you to be in this moment? Are you the light? Are you the peace? Are you the chaos? um, are you the person who's like killing the chaos? Who are you supposed to be in this moment? How are you supposed to show up? Be fully present and confident in your identity and who you are. All right. So no more just a mom. The next time you feel like introducing yourself as, hey, I'm just a mom. Hey, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Don't. All right. So as always, share your comments. Let me know what resonated with you, what you're battling, what are you finding hard as it relates to shedding titles and embracing your unique identity. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are love. You are light. And you are God's own creation. You are a masterpiece.